Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to another video. Today we're finna be doing a talk video, and I'm finna be talking about my life as an IB student. And for some of y'all who don't know what IB is, IB stands for International Baccalaureate, and the International Baccalaureate program is recognized internationally. It's in the name, and it's a pretty rigorous academic program in comparison to your programs such as Cambridge, AP Capstone, and etc. or whatever other programs are out there. AP and Cambridge are the only ones I know so far. Anyways, it's pretty rigorous, and basically throughout this video I'm going to be outlining my life from freshman year up until now. I'm a junior in IB, so let's get into that. My freshman year wasn't really, it was okay. It was pretty interesting. It was my first year of IB, obviously. Before that, we had to take an entrance exam as 8th graders in order to get into the program. I think it was like math, reading, and writing. I think that was it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Anyways, so you take an entrance exam for the specific school, and then they send you back your results. We had around 5 to 7 people from my middle school that got accepted into the program, but only 2 of us went, including myself. It was me and my homie Giovanni. Link in the description for his channel. Anyways, so that was that. We got accepted into the program, and this is like a whole new school. It was a different school than the one I was expected to go to after middle school, because you know the IB program is in a whole separate school. So I was like, oh wow, new environment, new people. This is gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna be with the same people that I was with in middle school. I mean, some people, but you know, I didn't really talk to them in middle school. So freshman year started. You know, me and my homie Giovanni are chilling. I'm taking 2 AP classes this year, and I'm taking these courses called pre-IB courses, which are basically just they're basically just honors courses, but they call them pre-IB. So I think I took around 3 to 4. I think, was it 3 or 4? Yeah, I think so. I took pre-IB Spanish, pre-IB English, pre-IB Bio, and then I forgot. And then I just took geometry, right? Yeah, geometry honors. I guess that wasn't pre-IB, but those were the classes I took. Freshman year wasn't really as rigorous as I thought it would be. It was an interesting year. You know, I met everybody in the program. I made a lot of new friends, and currently I'm still friends with a lot of people in the program. It's like a little family basically. Freshman year taught me a lot of things about the program. Taught me that the program is finna be hard. Like, I'm a junior now, and this junk it's finna be difficult, and the program is meant to be difficult. But once you get through all the difficult stuff, you're gonna have a great reward in the end with college and stuff like that. So yeah, freshman year, that was that academically. I also did play sports my freshman year. I played soccer and I ran track. You know, gotta get these moves. Those were the sports I played in middle school, so I wanted to carry that on into my high school sports career because I feel like I could get somewhere in high school playing sports. So I played soccer and I ran track. The sport that was more stressful, that affected me the most, was probably soccer, because games would start late and end late, and I'd get home late, and in which I would have to be up doing my homework and stuff like that. And that affects me now still. I still play soccer, and I get home around like 11 from a bus game or something like that, and that takes a toll on you because sometimes you have to stay up until like 1 or 2 in the morning trying to finish your work. You know, gotta make sacrifices, but you know, I'm trying to stay active as well. So soccer really affected me my freshman year, not as much as it does now, but it still has some effect on me. Track, not so much. I mean, you had meets that would span until like the end of the night. And I think my freshman year, I think I ran the 800, the 200, and the 1. Yeah, 800, 200, and 100. I was first starting out to be a sprinter. In middle school, I was straight distance, like straight all distance. I did the mile, and I think I did the 800. But as I transitioned into high school, I changed my events, and now I'm more of a middle distance runner, and also I'm a sprinter as well. So I kind of float between those 2 areas. Track my freshman year was pretty fun, and it wasn't really stressful because, you know, practices would only be like an hour or 2, like straight after school, and I would have a lot of time to go home and do my homework in comparison to soccer, which my practices started later after school, so I'd have to stay after school, and then my practice would start later, and I'd get home later, and then I'd stay up until later. So that was pretty stressful, but we got through it, and I'm still getting through that junk now. But basically, yeah, that was my freshman year. Wasn't really much. things started to ramp up when it got to my sophomore year. My sophomore year, we started getting like all these big assignments and stuff like that. We had this really big research paper that we had to do. It wasn't really like that big. I don't know how you would describe big, but for us it was 6 to 7 pages. And like in middle school, we did nothing like close to that. I think the most I've written in middle school was like maybe 2 or 3 pages, and that's like on your average college wood paper, not typed out or something like that. The stress was building and building and building, because now we're like, oh gosh, this is hard, especially with like AP classes as well. I don't remember how many AP. I think I took AP World History, and AP Environmental Science, and I might be forgetting one more. I feel like I'm forgetting one more. Oh, and AP English Language and Composition. AP classes suck. I'm not gonna cap. I failed my world exam. We didn't need to talk about that, but yeah, sophomore year taught me, this finna be hard. AP exams are finna be hard, even though I had AP exams my freshman year. Especially like AP Human Geography. Freshman year taught me like, oh gosh, this junk finna be hard. But sophomore year, I think the most difficult AP course for me was probably AP World History. I just couldn't like get a grasp of all the concepts and stuff like that. And there's other issues as well, but we're not gonna discuss those. So I took my AP classes. I took my other pre-IB classes, because you take pre-IB classes for your first 2 years, at least at my school. It might be different at other IB schools, but at my school, what I know is that you take pre-IB courses for your freshman and sophomore year, and then as you go into your junior year, then you're actually in the IB program and you start taking these IB courses. So yeah, that was my sophomore year. Besides academics, I also did sports again. But my sophomore year, I joined cross country, which was really, it was awesome. Joined cross country, even though it might be the most painful sport that you'll ever do, because cross country gave me another family outside of my IB family and my actual family, and it was a pretty fun sport to do. Even though running a 5K is pretty tiring, because you have like a lot of time to think about what you're gonna do throughout the race, and your legs are gonna be hurting and stuff like that. But besides the 5K, but everything else about cross country is fine. Besides the races, the races are hecka stressful. But everything besides that, it's pretty fun. Last year, me and my team went to states, Florida State Championship. But even though we didn't get we weren't one of the top placing teams, I think the experience was pretty darn lit, because going to states for any sport, you get to see all this competition and stuff. I saw people from all sorts of schools that I wouldn't even know, and it was crazy cool. And we stayed in a hotel and we had a pretty fun experience. So that was that. I also did soccer and track again. Soccer season this year, JV soccer, I was JV captain. I was JV captain because I guess it's kind of generalized that your freshman and sophomore year you're on JV, and then as you move up, junior and senior year, varsity. I play varsity now, so JV my sophomore year, it was pretty fun, not gonna lie. I had my homies with me, and even though we didn't really win many games, I think it was still pretty fun. And the one thing that does make sports fun is when you have all these people around you, because without my friends and stuff like that, I don't think I'd be doing some of these sports, because sometimes you just don't have that motivation to do these sports. But with friends, it's just hey, we're here and we're gonna do this together and we're gonna be lit. And then from soccer, I went into track season, and track season was pretty lit as well. I switched up events this year because my cross country coach was like, yo, Alan, you're in the wrong events. As I told y'all, I did sprints my freshman year, and I still was in sprints, but I did the 400 last year. I did the 400, the 4x4. I was a part of the 4x1 relay, and then I also did the 200. But sometimes I think I had one meet I didn't do the 200 in order to focus on my 4x4, because we wanted to be conference champions, and then we got second. I kind of went towards middle distance, and this year track season starting up in a few months. Actually, yeah, in a few months, and I'm gonna be doing more middle distance. I'm gonna do the 400 again because I want to go to states for that, but I also want to try out my 800, because my goal by my senior year is to hit a sub 2 800, which is super difficult, but I feel like I can do it. I got these thunder thighs and I can run. So I'm finna work hard towards that. And my sophomore year of track, I went to regionals for my 400. I didn't go on the states. Regionals was okay, I guess. One reason that I didn't really run as best as I could for my 400 was because, you know, I had my spikes on, but when you're in Florida and you're running on a rubber track, that gets hot, and my feet were like burning when I came off the track. So I was like, well, that's that. So that was my 400, but we also made it for the 4x4. It was our team PR, I guess. You know, it was a pretty good race, but I think it was also interesting to see all these other people from all these other counties, all these other parts of Florida running against you and stuff like that. It's like, wow, these people are pretty freaking fast, and it's a lot different from seeing people on video than in person. It's like, holy moly, bro, that is crazy. So that was basically my sophomore year, just, you know, doing cross country. It was a lot more stressful, and I also had some achievements in my sports as well, in my sports career. But now we're moving on to this year, junior year. We're halfway through this junk, and I'm pretty happy about that. Now I have a year and a half until I'm out of IB and I'm off to college, and the stress is just gonna get off. So junior year, currently halfway through. It's been pretty stressful. I've surprisingly been able to maintain an AB average, which is pretty good in comparison to, I don't know, what would I compare that to? I don't know. Anyways, I kept my AB average up, which is pretty good, despite all the stress and all the sacrifices I've had to make. You know, in IB, you're gonna have to sacrifice sleep, sacrifice, you know, hanging out with friends and all sorts of other things, because, you know, IB does take a lot of your time away. But it's all worth it in the end, because then when you go to college, it's like, oh my gosh, bro, I'm so prepared and stuff like that. Like, I'm prepared for that joint. Junior year has been a lot more stressful than my past 2 years of high school, especially now since I'm in since I'm in soccer season, and since I play on JV. I mean, not JV. I play on varsity. The varsity games start a lot later, and then I get home later, even when they're not away games. And then away games is just horrible, because we get home at like 11, 12, and then you're like, bro, I still got homework to do. So that brings a lot of more stress on you, and especially for me, trying to play sports and also doing IB junior year, because junior year it got a lot more difficult, and trying to do cross country and soccer while being in IB, while volunteering, and now I have a job. So all this just piles on top of each other, makes my life a lot more difficult. But, you know, stay strong, my homies. We finna get through this together. And so now soccer season, we're halfway through. It's been okay for the most part. Our team is not as good as we were last year, but, you know, we're still improving. We still got a season to finish out. Track season is also finna start, and I think maybe a few weeks, or actually, yeah, maybe a couple of weeks, because we did get a new track, and so they're gonna have to repaint that as well, and we're gonna have to start training for the new season. Pretty hyped for that. This year, I'm trying to go to states. My main goal by senior year, besides the 800 time, I want to get recruited for a Florida college or any other college. So your boy's gonna have to haul and lift them weights, because, you know, we trying to get somewhere in my collegiate career. But yeah, that's basically it about my IB life. Being an IB student and doing all sorts of other things like volunteering and playing sports, it really does take a toll on you, because you're gonna have to make a lot of sacrifices and stuff like that. But what I know is that, like, there's a lot more ways that I can improve myself in order to endure this experience better. And I know, you know, it's gonna be worth it in the end. When I get my diploma, I'm like, aha, got my diploma, I'm out this program. College is gonna be a lot easier, and I'm pretty excited for that. But for now, we're chilling, still stressing. I still got homework to do, even though it's winter break. But, you know, whatever. We're vibing. We're just vibing. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope I kind of just rambled on this junk. I got like sticky notes for this junk. Look at this. I got like this is what I'm finna be talking about. So hopefully this video didn't seem too confusing. I just wanted to go through a timeline from my freshman to my junior year, which is now. And I already said how, like, you know, now it's stressful and difficult, but, you know, I'm gonna get through it. But yeah, that's basically it. So if y'all enjoyed, make sure leave a like. Make sure to subscribe below. I hope this video wasn't boring, because talking about stuff can be boring at times. But you know, if y'all enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, and like I said, go subscribe. I'm finna be uploading other types of videos on the channel as well. Skits are coming soon. I'm finna go record those with my boy Giovanni, hopefully. But anyways, my name's Alan, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.
If love don't live here, what you paying rent for? You lames ain't got it good, cause shut the kitchen door. If love don't live here, what you paying rent for? You lames ain't got it good, cause shut the kitchen door. If love don't live here, what you paying rent for? You lames ain't got it good, cause shut the kitchen door. If love don't live here, what you paying rent for? You lames ain't got it good, cause shut the kitchen door. You